So our discussion today will be based on one of the health risk factors, which is obesity. And the obesity is defined as an excess of body fat in the body, and it accounts for about 30% of the population worldwide. So there are various ways that we define obesity. The one known is where you take the weight of the patient in kilograms and divide that by their weight in meters squared, and then what you get is what we call the body mass index. So the body mass index, if the patient's body mass index is less than 18.5, then the patient is underweight, and being underweight has its own health issues and health complications. There is what we call the normal body mass index, which is 18.5 to 24.9. Then from 25 to 29.9, then we talk of patients who are overweight. Then from 30 to 34.9, you have obesity class 1. From 35 to 39.9, then you have obesity class 2. Then above 40, then you are severely obese. And we find that the more you are in the obesity class, the more challenges, health complications that you have. So what do the health provider do after they have defined your body mass index? By the fact that you have a higher body mass index, it does not automatically mean that you are sick. But then it puts you at a category where you have, if you have other health conditions and you are obese, then you have higher problems of getting complications of lifestyle diseases. We are talking about diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol levels, cardiovascular problems, and also higher chances of getting cardiovascular complications. So once the health provider defines your BMI, then they need to define where is your fat, and this they can do using various methods. One of the ways of defining where your excess fat is doing the waist circumference. So the waist circumference will define whether your fat is distributed on the lower part of the body or on the upper part of the body. Any part that is distributed on the upper part of the body then has more health consequences than fat distributed on the lower part of the body. Then they will need also to define your fasting lipid profile. They will define your fasting blood sugar, and also define your glycated hemoglobin. And what measures that you need to take will be determined on where you fall after these have been determined. Of course, for all those who have obese class 1, class 2, class 3, then they need to start thinking seriously about getting the excess weight and the excess fat out. And one of the ways of dealing with this is exercise. Remember that exercising does not automatically guarantee you weight loss, but it ensures that you are fit. And once you have been exercising continuously for more than 3 times in a week for more than an hour, then you improve your fitness. And by the fact that you improve your fitness, then you also improve your health parameter. This, if you had high blood pressure, then it's likely to get lower. You will likely to get your blood pressure lower. If you have high blood sugar, then your sugar control is likely to get better. You also feel you have more also psychological satisfaction. Then the other thing that you need to be aware of is the calories in your diet. And remember that it is the excess calories that we take that have a serious health impact on our fat storage. So we need to really look at the kind of food, especially the refined carbohydrates that we are taking, the refined sugars. Those are the big culprit, and also the excess fats, especially if you are consistently consuming fast foods. So weight reduction, it is more dependent on the adherence to the type of diet that you choose, and you stick to it. So whatever weight you lose, then you have to be sure that you maintain it, because losing weight is easy for everybody. You can diet for a few months, but then you have to be able to maintain this. Then the other thing that is important in losing weight is control of the portions of the food that you use. So maintaining your weight is very key to your health, and also high levels of physical activities, eating diets that are low in calories, and then the other thing that you need to be conscious about is regular self-monitoring of weight. Regular self-monitoring of weight, so that you know where you are. So if you are able to do that, then we are able to deal with the issues of obesity. And let's also remember that even the young people now are also getting affected by this issue of excess weight, and we need to also be very conscious in our families when we think about the diet that we use as families, and also exercising, so that we encourage young people to get into activity from a young age, because once we do that, then they will be able to maintain that, they will be able to maintain their body weight, and the issue of excess weight will not become a big challenge for them. Let's also remember that excess body weight, the obesity people, then there is treatment for it apart from the behavioral. If you have body mass index beyond 40, you also have other comorbidities, then other option that you have is there are some drugs that you can use to help you lose weight, and also there is also now the surgical interventions to try to reduce the excess body fat, and also to try to reduce the mechanisms that are involved in the attainment of excess body weight. So thank you very much. Let's all remember to check on our weight. We become actively fit and active in physical activity, so that we improve on our health. Thank you.